Hi, good morning, people. It's Patty with Get Personal with Patty, and I have my October 15th paycheck. So, if you've been following my channel for a little while, you know that I work two part-time jobs. One gets paid bi-weekly, so I got paid last week, and I'll get paid next week. And then the other one gets paid weekly. So, my bi-weekly paycheck is the one that takes the insurance out. So, it's really a minimal net paycheck. The other job, I only work a minimal of hours, so it's minimal as well. But you know what? If you know my channel, my paycheck goes to cover variable sinking funds and credit card payments. Everything else goes through the joint account, which is my husband has a business, and some of that business funds obviously goes to pay the house bills, mortgage, Comcast, internet, car payments, etc. So these videos are just my paycheck, which I follow the budget mom method, but I do on all my accounts. I just choose to show you my net pays and how I go about doing things. So I was thinking about the whole zero-based budget, and having zero-based budget is really determining a place for every dollar. And I watched quite a few budget videos on YouTube. And on what I do, and this works for me and it has been for the last few years, I was just thinking about this morning. 3 years ago, I would never have a rollover or a cushion. I didn't even know, what that was really, the terminology before I started the Budget Mom. And every week it was like you couldn't wait to get paid because you owed this or that, or you had a negative balance. So this method affords me to really be intentional with my spending. And I know I say that a lot, but truly that, for me, that's what it is. So here's a look at October 15th. So I got paid this $183 with my part-time job that gets paid weekly. I did have a rollover. Now, I had a different rollover amount than the bank, so I'm just putting down what the bank had, and it was $500. And I was kind of surprised at that because I can't imagine that I made a $300 mistake, but I've tried to go back and look at it, and you know what? Move it forward. Just hope it doesn't catch up to me. Okay, I have a rollover cushion of $200, so I do add the rollover cushion here, and then I do subtract it here, just so I know. And my $200 cushion's been now for a couple of months, and I try very hard. I don't want to use it. Obviously with a $500 rollover, then I really shouldn't be using it. And then I did get $106 for some medical supplies that I had to get for Grace. So the total is $996 we have to work with. The rollover cushion is $200. That comes out firsthand. I do have to pay Gary's, my husband's credit card. I did pay $107.52 to Old Navy, which is a payoff. We went to Old Navy a couple weeks ago to get some clothes for my husband and my daughter. And it was, the deal to get a credit card was I saved $150, which again, I think is ridiculous that I could have said no to the credit card, absolutely. But I did say yes because I knew when the credit card statement came in, I was going to pay it off entirely. And that's what I did. So it was like a $289 order. And then with the discounts that you get for opening a card for the first time, it came down to $107. That's crazy. But I understand why they do it. They want you to have that credit card. So when the credit card came in this week, I paid it $107.52. And then I paid myself first, quote unquote. I'm transferred $100 into my savings account. 50 of that will be my spending money if I need it, and then 50 goes into my savings account. And then I just put this in here again because it hasn't cleared, but it was a donation that I made in September. So the last thing to do here on the fixed things is I really got to pay my husband's credit card. I'll probably do that this morning. So then we're eating from pantry and freezer this week. We usually put $60 aside for groceries, but this week I put $40. And then as life would take it, we stopped into the local supermarket last night and I spent 42. So there you have it. So extra childcare, I put in 50. I always like to get ahead of childcare because you never know when we might need someone and you have to pay them cash. So Dine Out and BJ's, that 40 and 20 is actually came out of the joint account this week. It usually doesn't, but there was some extra money in there. So I took out 100 and it was 40 here, 20 here, and then pet envelope took another 40. And then here we go. I said I put $100 in my savings. Oh, I have that here too. Okay, so I guess I could take that out. I don't want to record that twice. That's how I get messed up. And then I'm not giving my husband any cash this week because he got extra cash from someone and he has cash. And then we will debit gas in our cars. I think we debited 25 yesterday for my husband, and then we'll do my car as well today. All right, and then sinking funds. I do sinking funds. I concentrate on a few every month. So I'm already thinking about what sinking funds I want to concentrate on in November. So my Christmas fund is already fully filled. It was $500. My husband has one as well, and I think it's almost filled as well for $500. I have a few challenges going on that I have had from day one, from January, and that is the this one here that says October, because every month I put aside money that represents that month. January was $10, February was $20, March is $30, so October is $100. So every, it's 4-week pay period, so I put $25 a week in that envelope, so I can have $100 at the end of October. I also do a word challenge every month. I think of a word that represents me, what I'm going through, what feeling I have, maybe the season. Obviously for October it was fall, and then I put the corresponding letters to the dollar amount, and I put that in an envelope. And then at the end of the year, I just put that all in my savings account, and then I think with the monthly challenge, I'm going to buy a stove on Black Friday, just because I want one. And ours is old, and we've been in the house for a few years. And then this is an automatic transfer to Allie of $20. It just kind of sits there when we need something maybe a little larger for the house or need to spend a little bit more. And what didn't I say? I owe $20 in the IOU envelope. I'm usually pretty good about not taking money from envelopes, that have cash in them, but I had a piano lesson this week and I couldn't find my piano envelope, but I found it. So just replaced the 20. LHHJP is a $10. I put $10 in that. That's a monthly girls' dinner that I go to. So it's this week and I have $30 built in for that. And then we're going to Niagara Falls in November. So I put $50 in that. And then I have gone back to the 5-week savings funds, which is 4 envelopes, pool, holidays, friend's birthday, and Gracie's birthday. Every week I put $5 in it. And you know what? $5 a week really does grow. I say that quite a bit. So really that is my 15th budget. And then I did my denominations of where I want my money spent. And then I messed up, so that was the week before. And then, so next week, 10/22, I already put in my rollover cushion as income and as a, debit out. My part-time job, what I think it is going to be, it'll probably be a little higher because I work just a few more hours. And then my other town job, part-time, which is probably going to be the same every 2 weeks. It's about that amount. So that's it. And then there'll be a rollover from the checking account, of course, because for me, a rollover helps me budget when, the weeks that I only get one paycheck, then at least I have covering paycheck because I do roll over money. So that is my October 15th. Thanks for coming by and watching. And I hope you're doing all well and you have a great week. Remember, a financial journey, your budget is your business. If you choose to share it with us, that's wonderful. But however you do things, it's really up to you as long as you are reaching your own goals. For me, it's intentional spending, which, believe me, even when I win, I say this all the time. If I win, $50 on a scratch ticket, I'm intentional on how I spend it. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.